fellow WOD watchers, Cam McClellan here.
Al Lewis, and how are you guys?
We've got Emmy here with us as well. Guys, just a quick one before we start. A lot of people know that Al and I are business partners, we invest together, obviously good mates, but one of the other things that people don't often realise is we're actually brother-in-laws as well. So we invest and spend a bit of time together during work hours, but we also usually do holidays together with our families. So the cousins get together and they're enjoying a lot of pool action at the moment over these few weeks. This video I've got to dedicate to Vicky, who emailed me and said she'd watched all the WODs and was waiting for the next one, so apologies a few days in between, guys, but here we are again. This video here I want to talk about investing, and there was a saying I live by which, when it came to investing way back when, which was about giving up something initially to gain something much greater down the track. And that came up when Al and I were talking about investing as we were sitting around the pool over these last week or so. And Al reminded us of a friend from work who, way back when, sort of hit him a little bit hard to the core. Give us a bit of a rundown if you want, mate.
Yeah, the guy's name was Simon, and he probably doesn't remember. Back in the day, I'd bought investment property. I'd actually moved further away from the city to do and afford what I needed to do. And what he said to me, he said he was talking to his wife, and he said they decided they'd have the memories while I was off investing and making career investment. So at the time it sort of hurt me, but it rang true, because I thought I am making a sacrifice. I'm investing money, I'm setting a budget, and yes, at that very point in time there was a definite disconnect between what I wanted to do and what I knew I needed to do to get where I wanted to go in time. So,
well, he went travelling over Europe, and so we sacrificed that sort of thing.
Yeah, and what the discussion was the other day was that every investor who, and there's going to be people watching this who are sitting on the fence saying, do I do this, do I not do it, not sure if I can or can't. At a point you need to make a sacrifice. You need to decide, I'll give up smoking, I'll move out of the suburb I want to be in, move somewhere else. What are some of the others we talked about?
Giving up a coffee, taking your lunch to work, so just giving up those small things that allow you to just put a few dollars towards an investment, which is going to give you a much greater return later on.
What was the ute you got rid of?
Actually, yeah, when I first started investing, I had the latest model SS Ute. I would give it up when I was a bogan back in the day, but I sold that Ute and I went and bought a 10-year-old Commodore, just because that was good enough to get me around. And that saved me enough that I understood to basically get 2 investment properties.
Dad,
Hey, say like
look what I found, Dad.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
One of the guys in the office, actually, I was sitting at my desk the other day and I heard him in the lunchroom, and what he said was, he's an investor, I think he owns 6 or 7 properties, and he said, I know in 10 years I'll drive any car I want. Right now, I'm driving a Subaru. Well, that is driving the car that his ego can handle, that's comfortable and works for his family, but he knows that he's got a strategy, and in 10 years he'll do what he wants.
Hang on, so the other saying is drive the cheapest car your ego can handle. Al must have a massive ego, he just bought a Maserati. Got that.
Enjoy the WOD, guys. Have a good day.